morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, friends. So, welcome to Flow Yoga. My name is Kat. For those of you who new friends that I haven't met, welcome, welcome. I just want to encourage you, if you haven't had a chance, come join us. This is a wonderful place. I'm sure that everyone here will attest. We follow all the safety protocols and we're really making sure that the place is clean and going through all of the steps that we need to ensure the safety not only of you all but of our teachers too. So if you have any questions at all about the studio, about the process, we would love to answer them for you, and we can even get some of our community to help answer on how they feel, if anyone feels comfortable with that, because we're at the coldest time of the year, right? And we already are becoming homebodies. Like, do you feel that? Like, you just want to be in, just like under a big blanket. And this is probably the time that we should be out more, meaning having that sphere of community around us. Of course, within safety reasons, we want to make sure that we're really safe, but it's important to have that community and we don't want to lose that. So appreciate every single one of you here today. Thank you for joining. And whether you're here in person or virtually, we're really happy to have our community around us. So let's get to practice. Either lying down on your back, or you can be in a seated position for the beginning of practice, whatever's going to feel the best for you. And as you settle into your positioning, I want you to make some micro movements, some adjustments, just to let that kinesthetic, that feeling sensation of where you are right now, just take inventory of that. And then once you're starting to feel just like you're tapping into the source for a moment, then you can start to settle all of that energy. The eyes can close. And you can let your breath just flow evenly through the body. Where are you today? What effort did it take for you to get here on the mat this morning? And maybe you send a little nod to yourself, a little moment of appreciation for any kind of effort it takes to just get going in the morning. Relax the jaw, separate the lips, let there be some space between the teeth. All of the muscles in the cheeks and the face can start to slack. Where else can you soften? Now notice all of the places on your body that make contact with the mat. And just tap into that line between your body and the ground. Maybe there's a little bit more softening that you can release into. As you settle into this moment, you might just allow for the mind's eye to scan the body. Let it be that little GPS navigating through what takes your attention. And then once you find a spot, maybe, just maybe, you can soften the muscles around that area. Meditation, like any other muscle, is a practice. To sit with oneself and just to explore the inner workings of self is a beautiful practice. Anything that you find within yourself, physically or even mentally, I want to encourage you to turn towards it and lean breath into what it is that you feel, what it is that you find. Now, I want you to encourage the breath to start to lengthen. Let it lengthen in an organic way as you just explore what it's like to fill the body, the chest, with breath. So the belly can stretch, the ribs can expand. And I like to imagine there is this little cushion of air that circles around the heart space, creating support around one of my most favorite muscles. As you let the breath go, notice if it feels choppy or smooth, or if you can lengthen it a little bit more. Inhale, feeling that expansion, that stretch, really sip the air in. Let it nourish our nervous system. Our breath is here to help us create calm. So the slower the breaths become, especially as we become a little bit more heightened, the better it is for us to stay in that state of flow rather than fight or flight. We become that active observer, noticing how things affect us and how we start to digest the world around us. Maybe we allow for that thought, that active observer, to become a part of our day outside of the mat. But it all starts here. And when you're ready, just letting the breath become natural, and maybe we notice how it's changed. Within a few minutes, we change. How beautiful is that? Take another deep breath in. This time, exhale through the nose and just let it go. And if you are seated, we're going to come down onto our backs. And if you're already on your back, I want to encourage you to start to draw those knees in towards the chest. So as we come onto our back, circling the knees in towards the chest, circle at the ankles. We're going to be really free form because I love having that experience. So you can start to play around with letting the knees circle or just playing, being very exploratory with the body. Legs can go up to the sky. You can bend and straighten. And don't turn off that internal GPS. Notice how the body is affected with the movements, how the breath changes. Our body is a sponge, and we are ready to just pick up information. And sometimes it can feel like an overload. You know, a lot of information comes at once, and we're like, forget it. Let's watch Netflix. but I really want you to take it in. You have some time for yourself right here, right now, and it's important for you to just feel in. Now, we can take that right knee, keep it into the chest, and you can just circle out as big as you want with that left leg, letting there be some spaciousness, noting how the hip moves within the socket. If it feels good to keep the leg straight, if it feels good to have it be bent a lot, these are all things that we start to notice about ourselves. And sometimes we notice things, maybe flexibility that's lost or mobility that we don't have. And I don't want you to let the comparison come in from our former self. Comparison is the thief of joy, and we want to just meet ourselves where we are, maybe keeping that left knee in and explore circular motions with that right leg. You can even notice the difference between the two sides. Keep your eyes closed and just tap into the movements that you feel, the sensations that you feel. And breathe. Don't let that breath be forgotten. Sometimes as soon as we move, the breath is the first thing that like we start holding it or letting it be forced. Just let it feel free. And then bring your feet down to the ground and let them walk to the outsides of your mat and just drop the knees very gingerly. It's like one of my favorite words now. Just gingerly off to the right side. Let it feel loose, long. Notice how this is centered more towards the hip than it is in the lower back, although you can feel this loose twist in the lower back. Take a deep breath in, let the knees lift, and we'll just drop them over to the left side. Range of motion can start to open up. We're going to do it one more time. Lift the knees up, drop them over to the right. Let the arms be soft. Lift them up and drop them over to the left. Now, inhale, lift the knees, bring them into the chest, drop them over. Now with the knees bent with a pretty big bend, drop them over to the right. Notice how that changes where we feel it. Let the knees lift. Inhale, drop them over to the left. Let the knees lift. Bring the feet down to the ground. Hands are going to go behind the back of the head, and you can use your hands for like a canopy, a hammock behind the back of the head. I want you to press the lower back down into the mat, scoop out the abs. So we're really trying to draw the belly button in towards the spine without adding pressure from the neck or the shoulders or the jaw. Now take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, curl head and shoulders in towards the chest. Now, as you do that, keep drawing the abs in rather than pressing them out. On your inhale, lower down nice and slow with control to a hover or all the way down. On your exhale, curl into it, head, shoulders lift. And exhale to lower down. So we're going to continue to move through the breath. Move at a pace that feels right for you. Notice how the breath can be affected. Notice how the body digests this movement. And the more you can curl in towards the abs, pressing the belly button down rather than pressing it out, the happier your body becomes. So when we work our core, it's not just that we're trying to work one section of it. We're trying to encourage the whole body to stay protected so that when we're standing, that core strength comes in to support us. When we're leaning over to get something off the ground, that core strength comes in to protect us. That's our lower back, our mid back, parts of our chest, our hips. It's all connected. Give yourself 2 more times, and you can press your head into your hands, especially as that head is lifted, to help relax the front of the neck. Last time, come on up. Draw those abs in. Relax the jaw. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release down. Extend the arms, extend the legs, circle them out, reach fingers away from toes. Find a big long stretch of the body. And then we're going to bring those knees back into the chest. You're going to bring your hands to the front of the thighs. Your knees, I'll start with the hips. Hips at 90, knees at 90, heels at 90, those ankles. So we're creating this little reverse tabletop position, kind of, as if the ceiling is the ground, but it's not. But hands are going to come to the front of the thighs, and you're going to push hands into thighs, thighs back into the hands. So find that relationship. Now, as you're doing this, again, push the abs down. So you want to eliminate any kind of space between the lower back and the mat. And you want to just encourage this pulling in. Now, if you have the chin lifted up really high, you can bring your head on a block, on a pillow if you're home. Find that support. Now, on your inhale, you're going to extend your legs forward. You're going to extend your arms back, and you can find any kind of height for the legs that feels good. Maybe they're lifted up towards where the ceiling and the wall meet. And then on your exhale, knees into chest, press hands into the thighs. Inhale, extend the arms, extend the legs. Head can lift if you need more support. Exhale, hands come to thighs, bend those knees. 3 more times. Extend, reach, draw those abs in, lift the corners of your mouth. This is fun. Exhale, curl it in. We just have to recondition how we think about it. 2 more times. Reach. And exhale, curl it in. And last time. Reach. And curl it in. Now bring your hands on top of your knees, let them rock side to side, circle out those ankles. We're going to do one more core-driven exercise. And the reason why I'm doing it at the beginning today, it might change, is because I want you to memorize this feeling and have it come throughout the practice. Even if it's for one extra split second, we're increasing this awareness. Bring your hands behind the back of the head. Knees are bent. Extend the left leg and draw left shoulder to the right knee. So let the left leg hover. This is a bicycle crunch. Yeah. Inhale, come back to center, bending the left knee. As you exhale, extend right, draw right shoulder to the left knee. Inhale, back to center. Notice how we're moving slowly. The beginning of this, we're going to move pretty slowly because slow, you get to pay attention to what's actually going on with our bodies. When we move fast, sometimes we get the heart rate up, but we lose that connective sensation that's happening in the body. But I'm going to give you time to explore in another 5 seconds. So for the next time, I'm not going to tell you how long, you can go as fast or as slow as you want. So maybe you start to increase the tempo, or maybe you stay at this slow tempo, or maybe you do a little bit of both. It's like an ice cream sundae. Maybe you want to have some chocolate ice cream, or maybe the next scoop is going to be vanilla. That's a bad analogy. I don't know. You get to have a lot of have it your way. Okay, last 3, 2, and 1. Hug those knees into the chest. Take a deep breath in and out. Now bring your hands behind the back of the knees. We're going to roll forwards and backwards. If it doesn't feel good to do that, I encourage you to roll onto your side, and maybe you do it just a few times, giving that back a little massage. The floor is good. It can feel fun to roll around. And then once you've come up, you can cross those ankles. If you're turned backwards, you might just want to flip forward. Lifting shoulders up to the ears on your inhale. As you exhale, dial them down and back. Inhale, lift them up. And exhale, dial them down and back. And just 2 more times. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, dial them down and back. And last time, lift them up. Then exhale, dial them down and back. Hands are going to come on the thighs if they're not already there. And torso is going to go right, forward, left, circle back and around. Now you could get as big with this movement as it feels comfortable, or as small as you like. This is my new phrasing for this year. We take as much space as we want, or as little space as you need. So any kind of modifications, which I offer a lot throughout this practice, I encourage you to take them. Modifications are a sign of wisdom. They're not a sign of weakness. You have the wisdom to pull back, or we have the wisdom to press forward. When you're ready, go in the opposite direction. But the key to all of this is it's up to you. This is your practice. And if you just lay down on the mat and stay there for the whole duration of practice, the point is you're there working on yourself. Sometimes we need movement and sometimes we need stillness. Come into center. Bringing our hands to stack over the heart space. Notice how we feel, how things have changed from just a short amount of time. That story that we told ourselves about us who came into the door, maybe tired, or maybe excited. Those stories change because we change. So we release the story and we just become who we are. Take a deep breath in and out through the nose. Have a wonderful practice, my friends. Let those hands come forward and we'll find ourselves in our tabletop position. Now in tabletop, you can high five the ground, tent the fingers, fist the hands, whatever feels best for your wrists. We'll find a few cats and cows, lifting the tailbone, letting the belly lower and the chest broaden to the front, and your gaze can look forward or stay neutral. And then exhale, rolling through the spine, pressing up to the sky, chin to chest. Finding your flow of cats and cows. And after your next exhale, I want you to round the back and press those hips back to heels, coming into your child's pose. Extending those arms towards the front of the mat and having a little bit of pressure through the fingertips so the arms can be lifted off the mat. Encourage the chest to sink down into the ground. Of course, if you want to take a more passive route, you can always just bend those elbows and just let the body become softer. Sometimes when we're soft in a position, the body accepts more. So what are we willing to accept today? Notice how the breath can stretch the back. Deep breath in and out. Take those hands, reach them over to the right side of the mat. And I want you to walk the left fingers even a little further away. And you can high five the ground really with a quite strong press of that left hand. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, see if you can sink that left shoulder down to the ground a little bit more. One more deep breath in and out. And then slowly coming back to center with the hands, and then walking the hands over towards the left side. That right hand can reach a little further. Maybe you choose to bend the left elbow. Even movement in the hips can feel quite nice. With that pressure from the left hand pushing down into the mat, take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, sink the right shoulder a little bit closer towards the mat if that feels right for you. Take one more deep breath in and out. Slowly coming back to center, reaching those arms as far as you can towards the front of the mat. On your inhale, roll forward and push yourself into a knee plank. So the knee plank doesn't have to be aggressive. We're just trying to find strength within the palms, getting used to additional pressure within the hands. From knees to shoulders, it should be one-ish line. So shift the body forward a little bit more. Now tuck the pelvis. Gaze stays down. Create length within the back of the neck. Take another deep breath in and out. Inhale right here. And on your exhale, draw the elbows towards the ribs and come down slowly. Move with the breath. Once we're down here, we belly flop down, chest hopefully hits before the belly. I want you to anchor the glutes, squeeze them, squeeze the quads. Find that inner strength, and on your inhale, head, shoulders lift off the mat. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Look straight down. Notice this opening from the chest and the strength within our back. Again, part of the core. On your exhale, release down. Now lift your butt up 1 inch. On your inhale, press up, tabletop. Exhale, back into child's pose. Inhale, press up, tabletop, shift forward, plank, tuck toes. Let's get ready. Lift your knees. So you can always stay down on the knees if you choose to. Now I want you to squeeze those quads as much as you can. Fire them up. Now push into the upper back just a little bit. Tuck that pelvis. Notice your own strength. So I'm going to tell you this. That moment the body quivers and you're like, okay, this is when I want to stop. Can I tell you that's where strength is starting? That's what we need to embrace. How do you face that kind of quivering? Squeeze those glutes even more. Take a deep breath in. Now on your exhale, press back. Come into your downward facing dog. Pedal through the feet. You can open up those feet a little bit wider. See if that feels like it's your cup of tea. We never want to sacrifice our body for the glory of the pose, right? We never want to do that. So this is all about just finding that relationship. Give yourself 2 more breaths. Maybe you bend the knees a lot. Maybe you're shaking out the head, yes and no. And then when you're ready, let's start to walk your hands back towards your feet. Finding your forward fold, elbows to thighs. You can relax the head, or you can come more into a ragdoll position or hands on the ground. And you always have the option here to bend and straighten the legs. And to me, it's our duty as humans to just move the way we're meant to move. I think so often we're told that we're supposed to be still, especially when we're younger, to be still. And I want you to take up the space, make the noise, be you, because you have free permission to just be. There's no judgment. And if there is, that's the person who's judging you. That's their battle to fight. Bend your knees a lot on your inhale. As you exhale, roll up to standing. Inhale, circle, sweep those arms up to the sky. Palms together. Exhale, swing hands behind the back of the head. Find that opening of the chest, bend the knees, tuck the pelvis, and gently lean back into the hands. Just gently. Doesn't have to be exaggerated. Now, take a breath so it circles the heart. And out. Now, on your inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. Exhale, sink into your chair. So press the hips back, knees never go beyond the toes. Weight is in the heels. I can't see your faces, any of you, what's happening under the masks or there. So I encourage you to smile. And just smile, because joy has to start from within. On your inhale, come on up. And exhale, sink into your chair. Draw those hips back, knees not beyond the toes. Don't be afraid to press those hips back. Inhale, come on up. And exhale. Now, next time we do this, can you let joy radiate from your fingers? Sounds crazy. Inhale, come on up. And exhale, chair. Pause in this chair. Tuck the pelvis so there's no divot within that lower back. See if you can eliminate that press. Yes. Now on your inhale, sweep arms forward like you're accepting an offering of happiness, of joy. Feel the legs warm. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, hands to shins, a little bit of a halfway lift. And exhale, release the hands down, walk them forward into your plank. Now, this plank, draw those hips down. Knees are optional. Choose them. You better believe I'll be there soon. Now, take a deep breath in, shift forward slightly. Exhale, high plank to low plank. Either all the way down or halfway down. Flip the feet. Inhale either to your upward facing dog or cobra. Yeah, you could stay down low. Press your chest forward. It's a beautiful position to be in. Draw shoulders away from ears. Exhale, press back. Downward facing dog. So the first time we did it is always the option. And you better believe I'll probably be there for most of the time. On your inhale, I want you to bend those knees, look forward, and walk, hop or step your feet to the front of your mat. Inhale, bend those knees, full roll up to standing, circle sweep arms up to the sky, and exhale, hands to heart space. Circle sweep arms up. Inhale, reach up tall, hands together, slide them behind the back of the head. Inhale, up. Now on your exhale, shift the weight to the right foot. Left foot is going to step back into a curtsy lunge. You're going to take your hands and bring them over to the right shoulder. Yeah. So that left foot going off to the right side, and we're bending both knees. Now on your inhale, stand up tall. Step that left foot forward. Exhale, other side, so right foot goes behind the left. Inhale up. Exhale over to the right with the left. Inhale up. And exhale right to the left. It sounds the same. Inhale up. And exhale over to the right. Inhale up. And exhale over to the left. We're going to do it 2 more times per side. And you can come down as far as you want or stay up higher. Just getting a little bit more blood flow, a little bit more heart rate. Last time. Inhale up. Exhale, chair. Inhale, hands come forward. And exhale, hinge forward. Inhale to your halfway lift. Hug shoulder blades together, chest presses forward. Get the shoulders away from the ears. Body is parallel, chest parallel to the mat. Exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, we're going to step that left foot to the back of the mat. Now you have the option here to release left knee down, to use blocks if you have them, or not. We're going to anchor left hand into the mat, and then start to extend right arm up to the sky. Maybe drop the hips down. Beautiful. Yes. Now circle out that right arm. Create as big of circles as it feels comfortable. Maybe going in the opposite direction a few times. I'm going to tell you, this direction is always my jam. The other one, I'm like, maybe it's my jelly. I don't know. Take a deep breath in, reach that right arm up to the sky. And on your exhale, release the hand down to the ground. We're going to step right foot back to meet the left, plank. Now, knees on earth or not, I'm going to do it. You can too. It's all good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, high plank to low plank or all the way down. Inhale to either baby cobra or up dog. And then exhale, we'll find ourselves into our downward facing dog. Pedal the feet, take a deep breath in and out. Try to lift that tailbone higher up to the sky. Imagine my hands are on your hips, and I'm trying to peel your hips to where the ceiling and the wall meet above you. Now bend those knees, belly rest on thighs, look forward, take a deep breath in. Exhale, walk, hop, or step your feet to the front of your mat. Bend those knees, roll up to standing, inhale. Arms sweep up to the sky, hands together, hands behind the back of the head. Inhale up. Now exhale, right foot goes behind the left. Back into that. Say what? Inhale up. Exhale, left foot goes behind the right. Inhale up. Exhale. So as we're doing this, inhale up, make sure that front knee stays protected. So if at any point this feels not so great for the knees, go straight back into a lunge or just do a step back. It doesn't have to be big to have a big impact on our body. We're going to keep going. 2 more times per side, starting and now. Because that was the original side. Keep me honest, friends. Inhale up. This is our last time. Down. Inhale up. Chair. Exhale. Pause. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Take a deep breath in. And then on your exhale, elbows to thighs. You're going to now take that right arm, reach it up to the sky. Now, straighten the right leg. Yeah. You look so cute. If I had a camera, I would take a picture. But it's not about that. But it's true. We have to get ourselves out of this ordinary state and honor who we are. You're trying this. You're here right now. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, right elbow to the right knee. Bend it. Press those hips back. Find that football hiking position, I assume. And then that left arm stretches up to the sky. Option to straighten that left leg. Take a deep breath in and out. One more deep breath in. And exhale, release the left elbow to the thigh. Hands come down. We're going to step that right foot to the back of your mat. Just the right foot. Yeah. So we're in our lunge right now, squeezing front leg and back leg in towards each other. Yes. How do you own this position? Now, you always have the option to release that right knee down if you choose. Anchor right arm into the ground or on a block. Left arm sweeps up to the sky. Now start to circle out the left shoulder. Yeah. Now, as you're circling this out, can you squeeze your inner thighs together? Maybe the answer is no, thank you. It might be. No, thanks, I'm good. So we take things as we can. And sometimes it just opens up. One more deep breath in, reach the arm straight up. Exhale, release the left hand down. Now, here we go. We're going to step that left foot back to meet the right plank. Tuck that pelvis. Find power right here. This is optional. Maybe you go straight to down dog or child's pose, right? Shake your head, yes. Yes, cat. Okay. Take a deep breath in. On knees or not, exhale, high plank to low plank. Either halfway down or all the way down. Yeah, belly flop. Inhale, either to your upward facing dog or cobra. You choose you. You choose you, boo. Exhale, find your way to down dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Shake your head. Bend your knees. Open up your feet a little wider. The reason why I say that is because notice how it takes some of the pressure away from the back of the legs. You can also help press the weight back into the legs that way, eliminating pressure from the shoulders, from the wrists. Now, memorize that sensation because we're going to go away from it for a second. Walk your feet to the center of the mat, to the back center. On your inhale, sweep the right leg up to the sky. Now, bend the right knee and start to circle it around. What? Yeah, you can do it. Or maybe not. The option is yours. Go in the opposite direction. Now, sweep that right leg straight up to the sky. Inhale. As you exhale, curl right knee into the right elbow. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, step it to the front of your mat. Now inhale, we're finding our crescent lunge. Arms sweep up to the sky. Yeah. On your exhale, we're gonna bend elbows, bend knees. Just see what that feels like. Maybe no. Inhale up. Exhale, bend knees, twist out to the right. Ta-da. Inhale up. And exhale. Now, hands sweep back. Torso hinges forward. Bend that right knee. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Wiggle your right toes. Look at them. Thank you, feet. Thank you, body. Squeeze front leg and back leg in towards each other. Find this power. Now, you're going to come up to standing and take that left knee with you for the ride. Are you ready? Slowly weight into that right foot. Left knee comes up. And if you tap down, awesome. Maybe try to pick it back up. Bring your hands on top of that left shin. And because this is my go-to, I realized, circle out that left ankle. Why? Mobility in our joints is so important. All right. Release the right hand, use it for balance. Let it open up, and then let the left leg open up to the left side. See what that feels like. Embrace. Now you can take that left leg and bring it anywhere except for on the knee, on the right, coming into tree. Now, how do you own this tree? Press that right leg into the left foot. Push the left foot into the right leg. Lift up through the crown of the head. Trees are magnificent, and you are too. Our lineage, our bodies, we are nature. We are one with all of this. Take a deep breath in and out. Now slowly, we're gonna kick that left foot back into a warrior two. I want you to be dramatic. So we're gonna move that left foot back, sweep left arm around, and find your warrior two. Move as if you have not a care in the world. Sometimes I do that when I'm driving. There's a line of cars behind me, and I'm like, I don't have a care in the world. Let's just go. All right, so sink into that right knee. Not to make anyone mad, though. Let that left leg be straight. Yeah, and encourage. Maybe you bring your feet a little closer together or further apart, but we never know until we try. How does the posture work for you? You're going to take that right elbow, bring it down onto the right knee or in front. Left arm is going to sweep up, overhead, straight up, or half bind. You choose what feels right for you. See if you can get that left shoulder to lean back. Yes. It's different. It's different, right? Now, what's happening in your feet? Can you squeeze your feet down into the ground? Find the foundation. If you're in some kind of bind, you're going to let it go because we're going to come up to reverse warrior. So inhale, use your obliques. Use that core strength. Right arm sweeps up to the sky. Keep that right knee with a bend. Yes. Now inhale, come on back, warrior two. Okay, we're going to do something weird. Are you ready? I'm going to go in the same direction as all of y'all so it makes sense. And then I'll turn to the TV, to the screen. It's not TV. Take that left hand. You're going to sweep it to the right. Now, arms are going to come up, straighten the right leg. As you exhale, bend the left knee. Press those hips back. Now, inhale, come on up. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Easy peasy, right? Sweep that left hand to the right. Inhale, up with the arms. Exhale, sink down with the hips over to the left. Inhale, up with the arms. And exhale, warrior two. Two more times. Inhale, sweep left to right. Reach up. Exhale, bend the left knee. Toes come up on the right. Inhale, up. And exhale, warrior two. Last time. Does the fun have to end? Reach up. Sink down. Inhale, up. And open, warrior two. Let's take flight. Put the weight on that right foot. You might have to grab maybe your water bottle. We're going to find Ardha Chandrasana or a block. So I'm going to cheat. I took my blocks out for a crazy reason yesterday. You're going to shift the weight over to that right leg. Now, you can do a couple different things. You can grab onto support, or you can use your leg for support. The right leg is grounded into the earth, the left leg lifted. Toes going to be facing the side of your mat on the left leg. You want to imagine strings are lifting you up from the left side. So imagine the body becomes lighter. Take a deep breath in. Now on your exhale, bend that right knee. Softly plant left foot to the back of your mat. Ish. Straighten the right leg. Dial all toes to that left side of your mat. Interlace hands, press the chest forward. On your exhale, hinge forward. Lead with the heart, lower head, neck, shoulders down. Now the arms can reach up towards the sky, reach behind you, or stay at the lower back for one breath or two. And when you're ready, you can release the hands down to the ground, staying in your wide-legged forward fold. So in this forward fold, maybe you liked the sensation of those like lunges that we did, even though we only did it on one side so far. So I encourage you to explore. Exploration isn't always movement. Exploration could be something very, very different. Maybe we explore how we react to what I'm giving you. Yeah, maybe we take flight. We're going to take 4 more breaths. Are you breathing? Good breaths, Amy. Two more breaths. And one more. Now, we're going to bend those knees and roll up to standing. As you roll up to standing, you're going to take those heels and you're going to go bloop, bring them in. Now, if you find that they need to come in a few more times, you do what feels right. We want heels to be slightly outside of the shoulders, toes out. Now, that's the prescription for my body. Maybe yours is different because our hips are all different, right? But we're coming into goddess. And so we can sink down, bring your hands onto your thighs, or find a mudra if that feels good for you. Hands at heart space, Anjali Mudra. Now from this position, ribs, hips, shoulders, we want to encourage everything to be stacked. If that doesn't feel right for you, guess what? Toes can come in, heels can press back, torso can come forward. How does it work for your body? Stay down as low as you can, come down lower, maybe. Now let me see your eyes smiling. No thanks. No thank you. Good, good. Stay down lower. Where is that edge of strength? Where do we build more? One more breath, that's it. Just one more breath. Slowly come on up. Relax the shoulders, release any stress. Okay, we're gonna come down one more time, just for fun. And then we're gonna lift the right heel. We're gonna let it be a little bit more bouncy and fun. Lift the left, drop it, lift the right, drop it, lift the left. We're getting some flexibility within our ankles, within our feet. Okay, last one each side. We'll set it, forget it, like Ron Popeil. Maybe I'm dating myself. Come on up. And then all toes to the front of your mat. So we're going to come into Parashvattanasana. As we come into Parashvattanasana, feet are facing forward, left foot slightly facing out, hands to hips. Take a deep breath in, broaden the chest, and on your exhale, start to hinge forward from the chest. As you hinge forward from the chest, you're going to fold over that right leg. Hands can come down to support on the right shin or down to the ground. You're going to relax your head. See if your gaze, Now, if you don't have blocks, you might want to consider, because they can be really great, or bring some like 2 water bottles or something. I use cans of soup at my house too. For those off chances, I leave my blocks in the car and I'm practicing. You can be creative. Take one more deep breath in, shifting the weight from toes, from the back foot to the front foot. Now, you're going to walk your hands forward, bending into the right knee, and step both feet to the back of your mat, coming into your plank. Again, this is optional. On knees or not, shake your head yes, right? Karina shook her head no. All right, take a deep breath in, shift forward slightly, exhale, high plank to low plank. Inhale, either to upward facing dog, open up the heart space, or coming into your baby cobra. Exhale to your down dog. Take a deep breath in downward facing dog. Exhale. Get your feet together at the back of your mat. You're going to sweep that left leg up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. And then start to circle out the left hip. Or not. You can go in both directions. Now the next time that left leg's up to the sky, take a deep breath in, straighten it, neutralize the hips. As you exhale, curl left knee into the chest, into that left elbow. Yeah. Inhale, sweep it up. And exhale, step it forward. We're going to find our crescent lunge. So find your foundation first. And then when you're ready, as you're ready, sweep the arms up to the sky. Good. Now straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend knees, bend elbows. Inhale up. Exhale, twist to the left, bending your knees. Inhale up. Hinge forward, chest forward, arms sweep back. Do you remember being here on the other side? Sometimes I'm like, holy cow. So it's interesting our perspective on that. See if you can root down into that left leg, relax the shoulders, feel the body quivering, strength. It's not weakness, it's strength building. What's your perspective? We're going to come up with that right knee into chest. Are you ready? So shift that weight to the left leg, right knee lifts. And it can tap down, or it can stay tap down. Interlace hands on top of the shin, curl it in. Relax the left toes. Maybe you look at yourself. Yeah. You're amazing. Honor that. This person in front of you is a shell. This is a visual representation, but who we are is in here. Release the left hand Open it up to the left side, and then let the knee open to the right. We're ready for something to take tree. So you can bring that right leg anywhere that feels comfortable. We just don't want it to go on the knee itself, above and below. Tap down. This is a beautiful tree. There's no judgment of where we are, and from right side to left side, it can be totally different. Strength comes from meeting yourself where you are. Here I am, world. It's not up to you, and it's not your job to make people accept you. Your job is to accept yourself. Take a deep breath in and out. All right, we're going to come in to our warrior two. Are you ready? Step that right foot to the back of your mat and then sweep those arms open like a ninja. Yeah, I like that. So finding this warrior two, the left knee is bent, stacked over the ankle, right leg is straight. And we can have the toes either turned directly open to that right side or turned in slightly. Look down at your foundation. Make sure knee is protected. Hips, ribs, shoulders stacked. Okay, we're going to find our extended side angle. So let that left elbow come down to the left knee. That right arm can sweep up overhead, straight up. We're coming into a bind or a half bind. Yeah, beautiful. There's no pressure from me, so don't put the pressure on you. Can you let your head, don't drop it down to the left. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. Now power up the feet. My binders unbind. Power up the feet. Use those obliques. We're going to come all the way up to reverse our warrior two. Beautiful. Keep that left knee bent. Yeah. Now inhale, come on back to our warrior two. Now we're going to do that funky little side lunge. So that right hand is going to come down. Inhale, meet the left. Both sweep up, straighten the left leg. Arms come down to that right shoulder, bend the right knee. Now inhale, come on up. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Right hand meets left. Sweep arms up. Bend the right knee. Hands come to the right shoulder. Yeah, inhale, come on up. And exhale to open. 2 more times. So let these 2 times, right hand meets the left, sweep up, sink down into that right knee. Let these 2 times just be you. Sweep up and open. Last time, right hand meets the left. Both arms sweep up. Sink down. Come on up. Warrior two, we're going to take flight, Ardha Chandrasana, standing half moon, balance. Weight goes to that left leg. And you can hop that right foot forward to help create that balance. Let's go to the side. So as you lift that right leg up, just imagine that the whole chest is facing the side of your mat. Yeah. Imagine there's strings lifting up the right hip and the right shoulder. Gaze can stay down. Just take one more breath. That's it, one more breath. And then on your exhale, you're going to step the right foot to the back of your mat. Toes are going to face all to the right side of your mat. Hands to hips, deep breath in. Exhale, hinge forward, wide-legged forward fold. Shift the weight from toes to heels in this wide-legged forward fold. Shake out the head, yes. Shake out the head, no. Just explore what there is to explore. Let your breath slow down. The sense of doing, turn it into the sense of experiencing. We don't need to fix. We just need to notice. Give yourself just one more breath. Ooh. So as you're ready, we'll slowly toe heel the feet together just a few times to make it a little bit kinder. Bending our knees, we'll roll up to standing. As we roll up to standing, all toes are going to face the front of your mat. And then I always have to adjust the right foot, the back foot. So feet shoulder distance apart, toes facing forward. Yeah, get that right foot to face the front right corner of the mat. Beautiful, beautiful. Broaden the shoulders, take a deep breath in. And you can always move, exhale, hinge forward. That's the best part, is we're not stuck in concrete, Parashvattanasana. So you might even, once you're in this position, move the feet. Back foot can come forward. You can even shift the weight a lot, rock it from the back foot to the right foot, or the front foot to the back foot. Take a deep breath in. And out. Now, we're going to walk our hands forward a little bit and bend into that left knee a lot. And then step the left foot back to meet the right. You have the option here. If you feel wild and crazy and you want another push-up, you can always go through that chaturanga flow, high plank, low plank, up dog, down dog, or find yourself back in your downward facing dog. You choose. Now we're going to sweep the right leg up to the sky on your inhale. As you exhale, we're going to come into pigeon. So bring that right shin to the front of your mat. Once we're in this position, take that left leg, tuck the toes, pull back, pull back. Now, if you find that this position feels not as fabulous, you can always come onto your back, or you can modify it by coming onto the right hip, bending the left knee, arch comes down onto the ground, and you can still, when you're ready, fold over the right leg. And as it feels just a little bit more comfortable for you, maybe you start to neutralize the hips. And if it feels best for you and you want to let it feel a little bit more accepting on the body, coming onto the back is also a great position. One's not better than the other. It can just feel better to the body. This position can have some very strong nuances to it. So if you can, I want to encourage you to use your breath to soften the tension. Notice this inner dialogue you might start to have with your body. Let the breath be as full as it can be. When we face something that's strong, how do we handle it? Give yourself 2 more breaths wherever you are. And 1 more breath. So bring your hands under your shoulders and we're going to lift to come up. If you are a backer, if you're on your back, we're going to roll up to seated. If you have a block under that right hip, you're going to drop down, move it, drop down. And we're going to bring our left leg forward. Our right knee lifts. Yeah? Left leg extended. I'm going to start at square one and I'll move ourselves up. We're going to do a twist. So maybe you want to have right foot on the right side. Maybe you want to cross, or maybe you want to carina. Bend both. Come into it. Again, just meet yourself where you are. Doesn't matter. Let that left hand cradle the right leg, and we're twisting towards the right. And I always encourage some gentle swaying. Just some gentle shifting. Doesn't have to be much, but just so that you can kind of feel where that tension is and feel if there's a way that you can add a dynamic motion to release it, get some blood flow in there, and then find stillness. Now lift up through the crown of the head. Gaze can look over the right shoulder. Can you press your chest forward, root down into your sits bones, find more length. Find this grace that's in this posture. Flow that happens. Take a deep breath in. Maybe you unwind the curl last time. Exhale, curl deeper into it. See if that feels okay. Now we'll slowly inhale, come back to center. You're going to unhook the feet and bring soles of feet together. Let them kiss. Now hands are going to go behind the back. You're going to open up knees and just let the chest press up to the sky. Feel the broadening of the chest and the way it feels for those knees to just open. Give yourself a deep breath in here and out. Now we'll come up to your position nice and slowly. You have two options. If you're the type you have to start from down dog, you kick those feet back. You can just roll over the ankles and then shift back. Or if you're one where you're like, I'm settled on the ground, you can just bring that left leg forward and the right leg can kick back. So if you are in down dog, sweep that left leg up to the sky. And then bring the knee into the chest. Exhale, drop shin down onto the ground. Foot can go towards that right hip. And again, you can find the angle that feels right for you. Yeah, and that's okay. That's totally okay. And if you do that, you might want to bring the inside, like you can even come all the way onto the whole inside of that right leg. And this is, you're still getting a stretch here. And then once it feels better, you neutralize the hips. So it's all good. Support underneath that left hip can be really important. And if you're my backer, you might play with that push-pull action. Let the jaw soften. Just settle. Give yourself space with breath. Space in this moment. Take a deep breath in and out. Let your hands go under the shoulders and we'll press to come up. If you have something under the left hip, remove it and swing the right leg forward and then bend the left knee. Again, outside, inside, knees bent. Use the right hand to grab onto that left leg and we'll twist to the left side. Some shifting. The gaze can look over the left shoulder if that feels best for you. Maybe you open and close your mouth a few times. Maybe you lift up through the crown of the head. Find the strength of holding ourselves up. The gratitude of being proud of who we are. Give yourself just one more breath. And out. We'll slowly come back to center. Bring feet forward. So if you are, for my camera people, we're just going to start to hook our feet back. You get to shimmy yourselves. Feet go to the back of your mat. Head is going to go towards the front or your back. Hook hands behind the back of the knees and roll onto your back, squeezing those knees in towards your chest. Let them rock a few times from side to side. You could even play around with circling them out a few times or coming into happy baby. And when you're ready, as you're ready, letting your body just settle into your shavasana. Just give permission to let go of what happened or maybe what didn't happen during practice. Every morning the world is created. Under the orange sticks of the sun, the heaped ashes of night turn into leaves again and fasten themselves to the high branches, and the ponds appear like a black cloth on which are painted islands of lilies. If it is your nature to be happy, you will swim away along with the soft trails for hours, your imagination alighting everywhere. And if your spirit carries within it the thorn that is heavier than lead, if it's all you can do to keep on trudging, there is still somewhere deep within you a beast shouting that the earth is exactly what it wanted. Each pond with its lilies is a song heard and answered lavishly every morning. Whether or not you have ever dared to be happy, whether or not you have ever dared to sing. Morning Poem by Mary Oliver. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. 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 Let your awareness sink back into the body, taking a deep breath in and letting it wash over you. Taking time to continue to breathe deeply and choosing to wiggle fingers and toes if you want, or just stay just as you are. And let head rock side to side or reach those arms back. And then as you're ready, taking your time, if you choose to roll over onto one side or the other. And then using that top hand to press yourself up to seated. Coming back to stacking hands over the heart space. May gratitude be the reason. May our breath be the song. May we walk with grace, to consider, to be bold, to be aware. I thank you for joining me today, for showing up as you are and being who you are. I bow so deeply to each one of you. I hope this practice resonated with you and you can carry it throughout the day. Thank you so much. So thank you. No, you're amazing. Be well and have an amazing, amazing week.